John Beckman, Professor John Beckman, Dr. John Beckman, the adorable deplorable.
I shall meet death head on. Deckard Cain, you've got to get out of here.
Technical discussion 004.
Beware.
I wanted to spend a quick
Please, there are many foes here.
video discussing Republican policy on crypto. Everybody knows that Republicans aren't always the brightest. They don't always make the best decisions. So I'd like to make a video from my colony in the ivory tower describing precisely and why Republicans should embrace crypto. So the first thing I want to talk about is civilizational competition. What's clearly happening in the United States is factions are developing based on how they want civilization to be organized. And there's a distinct subpopulation that does not support the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. There's a distinct subpopulation in the United States that does not support the fundamental principles of this country. So if you are a person that does support the First Amendment, that does support Second Amendment, that does support the founding documents of our democracy, our republic, if you support those things, you need to start putting your money where your mouth is. And you need to start supporting civilizational structures that support those founding documents. So for example, one of these is the Dogecoin. Elon Musk is essentially fighting a battle for free speech. This is a civilizational competition. We cannot lose this battle. So Republicans need to become intelligent and start putting their money where their mouth is. To help that battle, you can invest in Doge. Doge is an alternate cryptocurrency that is going to become live on X. You'll be able to use it on X. You'll be able to pay for subscriptions. You'll be able to pay for advertisements. So my suggestion is that Republicans need to start redistributing some of their money into Doge and into Tesla stock. So, I mean, I took some of the resources that I had and I put it in Tesla. It's at a low point right now. You should invest in Tesla right now. It's a good buying time. Actually, I need to edit this out. For clarity, as a disclaimer, don't take anything I say as investment advice. This is all speculation. But what I'm doing is I'm taking my money and I'm putting it in Tesla and Doge because my suspicion is that there is a bizarre governmental battle where the government is attacking corporations that favor free speech. And so we need to support those corporations or we're going to end up in a situation where we do not want to be. Okay, next point. The stock market is a new democracy. So I did not realize this until I started getting into stocks. When you start getting into stocks, it's kind of like a level up. You've leveled up in life. And that's what facilitates growth to move up the power structure. And what I realize is I don't actually think votes matter. I don't think actually votes, regional votes in your local elections, I don't even think they matter anymore. I mean, most of us are kind of stuck in a state where there's a bias, where the state always votes one way or another. So even if you support the democratic system, your vote really only matters if you're in a swing state. If you're not in a swing state, really the only thing that you can do, aside from voting, is you can readjust your stock portfolio to support companies that align with your benefits or align with your beliefs where you want civilization to go. That's what I mean by the civilizational competition. We're in a struggle right now, and you need to reassess your investments and move those into companies and corporations that are going to give you the future that you desire, not the future that you don't want. So once you realize that the stock market is actually a democracy where you're voting on products and services and philosophies that you want to see progress in our culture, then you should take that into consideration in your investment strategy. So Republican policy needs to be, we need to be supporting corporations that are supporting Western civilization and getting out of investments that are completely antithetical to Western Republic. Bitcoin dominance. Okay, the Bitcoin maximalists believe that Bitcoin is going to become the dominant money system. If that hypothesis even has a chance to succeed, what that means is that Republicans need to take a little bit of their capital and they need to put some of that in Bitcoin because we cannot get into a situation where the other party has more Bitcoin than us. We need to make sure that the Republicans have more Bitcoin than the other party. If you believe that rights come from power, which I tend to agree, in the future, power is going to come from Bitcoin. And so if you want to maintain control over your government and be able to push that government to a progressive society, a positive future, your party needs to own Bitcoin. So Bitcoin dominance, crypto dominance. Not only should you and your party wisely invest in cryptocurrencies, we should have dominance of other cryptos. So I think the three cryptos that Republicans should hold are Bitcoin for the power, Dogecoin to push the culture to a positive future where we have freedom of speech and engineered inventions and space travel, and ADA, which is going to secure a democratic future within cryptocurrency cultures. So those are the three cryptos that I recommend that Republicans and the Republican Party hodl. What that means is the best investment strategy is to buy and hold. Okay, these are long bets. These are longs. You don't want to trade this stuff. And the reason you don't want to trade is because this is a direct quote from Michael Saylor. The biggest gains happen on a few days within a year. So if you're not hodling during that time, you're going to miss those big gains. So you can't take a strategy of trading in crypto. You got to buy low, you got to long it, and you got to hold. And I understand that some people are going to take some profit. If you're going to take some profit, you still got to hold a little bit. You can maybe skim from the top, but don't all of a sudden pull out all your investments. Okay. So Republicans need to have a hodl strategy on these cryptocurrencies. We need to embrace these. We need to have crypto dominance because as cryptocurrencies become the dominant currency of the world, we need to have dominance over those currencies. Hodl. Decentralization. Republicans need to support the decentralization principle that bias can be counteracted by dispersing the control of systems. We need to move away from federalism. The federal government should not have control over our currency, over our money. We should have the right to hold our money and exchange our money independently. Legalization. A lot of people do worry about ridiculous regulations. Okay, Republican policy on crypto needs to be, we need to legalize these things. We need to codify that in our documents. I actually think we should have a constitutional amendment for the right to hold crypto. We should immediately try to build a constitutional amendment. Just like you have the right to bear arms, you have the right to hold crypto. Okay. If we don't get that, there's going to be efforts in the future to take crypto away from the people. So we need to have Republicans need to have an embrace of crypto, a robust legalization of crypto, and a robust recognition of the freedoms that are generated by the ability of private citizens to hold crypto. Crypto inheritance. We should codify in legal law that you have the right to pass on crypto to your offspring. Also, just as a side, I mean, we should be getting rid of the death tax. I don't think the death tax is helpful. The death tax is a major lag on cultural progression. So essentially, the death tax is when you die, the government takes 50% of your wealth. So you actually get taxed to die. I mean, that's just unethical, in my opinion. Republicans should get rid of the death tax and codify in law that you can designate the inheritance of crypto. Okay, that's a briefing on Republican policy on crypto. Final thoughts. So yesterday or over the weekend, I did a technical discussions on the different crypto altcoins. And I generated this Bitcoin image from ChatGPT's DALL-E. And the more and more that I think about this is actually disturbing. So look at this picture. The AI generated a bearded lady. Okay, originally I thought this was funny. I still think this is funny. Okay, it's a bearded lady. You could tell this is a female body, female clothing, female fashion, within a masculine face with a beard. Okay, this is representative. Little things are representative of major structural flaws in the system. This is a big structural flaw in this artificial intelligence, in ChatGPT's artificial intelligence and DALL-E's image generation. This is signifying that DALL-E doesn't know the difference between males and females. It cannot tell the biological difference between a male and female. Okay, I mean, we saw this with the AI in the AI racial discrimination. Now, this is essentially setting up the case where the AI is doing gender discrimination, or it's not able to understand gender, which is bizarre. So this is a flaw. This is a flaw in the design, and I think DALL-E should address this, figure this out, and solve this, or things are going to start to get real worse. This is obviously a problem in the training sets. They're training them on woke training sets and woke philosophies. They're training that into they're putting that into the training sets of the AI. Somebody needs to do a study of comparison of training AI with woke data sets versus non-woke data sets. And we should also have a study where AI is trained on data sets that come from older periods and different cultures. And we should compare those AIs, and we should see which AI training sets generate the best personalities and the most accurate, truthful representations of reality. We don't want to get into a situation where AI does not understand gender. I think that could go wrong. Okay, have a good day.
The game real time to die by showing death. prime evils.